Yes, to all my special guests, hello there, and all the listeners, of course. Can't forget the listeners joining me here on the Danny Sun radio syndicated show. And if you are a subscriber to my YouTube channel, you can watch the video in all of its entirety. So, inviting next summer show, I'm very pleased to introduce Eleyet McConnell, who are a husband and wife duo. Firstly, how are we today?
Oh, we're doing great today. A little
Fabulous.
chilly out there in
Fabulous.
our world, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice to hear. And can you just tell me whereabouts roughly you're situated in the globe now?
Well, we are in Kings Creek, Urbana, Ohio,
Central
basically.
Ohio.
It's
Yeah.
north of Dayton, Ohio, just west of Columbus,
Midwest.
Ohio. Yeah, in
Midwest.
Oh,
farmland country. It's nothing but bean fields, cornfields all around us.
great. Yeah, I do know a little bit about Ohio. I used to present on a rock station over there.
Ah,
Oh, which
yes.
one?
Oh, it was called Wolf Rock Radio.
Now, which
Wolf.
town or
Oh, that was based. Uh, I'll come back to you on that one.
Got it.
yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is about you though, guys. How did you both kind of meet?
Well, Angie, I met Angie through the music. I was in a
Yeah.
band, and at the time, her husband was playing the drums.
Hmm.
And then that's how we ended up meeting. She was in a band out of Columbus at the time too. And then as time went on, she ended up becoming a band in our band. And then, things happened where, her and her husband went this way. And in time, Angie and I, through the pandemic,
Yeah.
we ended up getting together to play music. And then we ended up writing songs. Basically, a lot of the songs we wrote were text back and forth that eventually has become a lot of our music. And we knew we didn't know, but through our text and through the songs we were writing, there was this emotion starting to happen between us
That's where it
before we
started.
realized it. Yeah.
So a little bit of chemistry as well, musically as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. That was like an undeniable commonality that we shared. And we just hit it off. And I never wrote songs until I met Chris. And one day, I don't know, I can't explain what happened this one day out of all the other days, that I just heard something special and whatever he was noodling on over across the room and it took off. And then it was like floodgates, literal floodgates that opened and I couldn't stop writing.
I was always
Um,
noodling something, and I
yeah,
and it took 2 years for her to finally
it
listen. And
did.
you can't
Yeah.
force somebody to become a writer
Yeah.
or anything. And one day, and I actually got it on recording because I was recording this little riff that I was doing on my phone in practice, where you got everybody doing their little thing. And then I hear Angie; she starts fumbling around, just kind of warming up. And then I could tell what she heard because then she started running in sync with me. And then from that point on, who knew that she would be quite the lyricist
That
that
I had
she
so
is?
much to say.
Yes.
Yeah.
And fast forward onto present day, your new single was called The Ledge.
Yep.
Can you just tell
Ledge.
me and listeners more about this one, kind of what
Yeah.
inspired it also?
So lyrically, this song was inspired just by life experience for me. Um, I wrote it, I was actually about something at work. I wasn't getting along with my boss, and I felt like I was in a very toxic kind of situation. And that's where the ledge came from. But you can extrapolate those lyrics to any relationship that is not going well or that is negative or toxic and um, you know, just had enough. Yeah.
That makes sense. I like
Yeah.
the line or the lyric, standing on the edge of the ledge that flows. I need to break free from here.
Time to
Yeah.
go. It's done. I'm done. Yeah. I was over it by that point. Yeah.
And that line's been mentioned as gripping.
Hmm.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, there it's to the point of, people can extrapolate this to whatever's going on in their world, and make it personal for them. And we talked to a guy not long ago who he was gripped by the song and he used the words I was gripped by this because he had was struggling with some PTSD and different things of life experiences, and there was a point in his life where he was literally on the
On
ledge
the
or a
ledge.
balcony looking
Yeah.
down ready to jump, and
Yeah.
he's like, that line captured me for that reason. It was like, wow. um and that gave me chills just to know that you can reach somebody with such a vulnerable moment in their life. Couldn't ask for a better compliment from a songwriter or songwriter. That's I love that. Yeah.
Very true. Music is such a powerful healer.
Hmm.
And I've taken to listen to it myself, and it does catch the attention of the ears with
Yeah.
the
Well, good.
legend. Was that your kind of aim?
Yeah.
Draw
Yeah.
people in.
The way we wrote it and the way we went into the studio to record it are two different things, because the practice just before we went into the studio, we changed the whole beginning of it. And it was one of those things that naturally
A little
happened.
bit.
A
Yeah.
lot of it happens naturally with us.
Mhm.
We don't spend a lot of time on a song. It's usually there.
Yeah.
If there is anything, musically, it's pretty well there all the time. It's just we got to
Tweaks here and
pick
there.
up on the
Right.
lyrics, figure out what we're singing about. But Angie, pretty much, when she just starts mumbling out, she pretty much already has the song there. And then from there, it's just little tweaks.
So
We
is
just
it
say,
when you're in the recording studio environment, you record the vocals, record the tracks, and then it's in the can, ready to be
yeah,
released?
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
God help us all if something happens to our phone, right? I mean, we have so many
We have
snippets and
we
parts.
have
We
literally
capture
hundreds.
everything. And you sometimes there's gold in there, you forget about something that you caught. And I'll go back when I'm bored, not doing anything, and I'll start listening to some of those things. I'm like, oh my God, we got to pull this back out and do something with that.
Yeah.
That was kind of one of them, musically, because the guys were noodling, or Chris was noodling in one of our rehearsals, and years later, here we are.
Yeah, we don't spend a lot of time writing a
Mhm.
song. It
Mm-mm.
just
It
develops.
goes.
It's and then when you get in the studio, you're birthing like a
A
child,
baby.
and you don't know how it's going to turn out, because by the end of the recording session, it might have taken a little change, a little left turn or something, or it's become an angry teenager or something. You just don't know until the
Yeah.
end.
Mm. And with The Ledge is one of your lead singles taken from your Safe for More album. For listeners who may not know Safe for More, I believe it's your second album, Journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Journey.
The journey. Yep.
How did
Yeah.
you decide on the album's title on this one, Journey?
Well, it's been quite the journey
Our
for us to get
relationship
here.
has been a journey, both as a couple. Um,
Yeah, it's
for me as a songwriter, I mean, my gosh, what an evolution in a really short amount of time. And then musically, Chris and I have been at this for a long time, him way longer than me. And when we look back, I think at the last couple of years, what a ride. I mean, we've just been,
it's been nonstop
it's
for
been
us. I
nonstop.
mean, if we're not doing the music, we're doing the homestead. We're not doing that. We're doing helping some of
Yeah.
our kids or something.
Yeah.
There's nonstop for us,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I guess it keeps our blood flowing, but it also gives us a lot of ideas.
Mm.
When we sit down to write something, which, like I said, it just happens organically.
Life is a roller coaster. You have your highs and lows.
Oh,
Me too.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful for all of it. There's some of it I don't ever care to relive. That's the truth. But I'm thankful for it because I took something positive away from it. And I think that's what it's really all about.
We learned from our lessons.
And yeah.
We learned,
Try even every day now when you feel like the world is coming down on your head and you're stressed out. There's so many things happening all at once. I stop myself, I quiet my mind, and I think, okay, what do I need to take away from this? What's my message here? There's a reason this is happening to me, and I need to find what that is and make something good come out of it. And I try to do that. I'm not great at it every single time.
It's so true.
I do try.
And did you find on this project as well you were leaning to a more rockier sound, or was the rockier sound already there?
That's our wheelhouse.
Yeah,
the first album was a little bit off from what we would normally do.
Yeah, we went into the studio with over 100 songs we'd written, and then they were trying to put us in a box. Are you country? Are you southern rock? Are you rock and roll? So we put 12 songs with a variety of everything on that first album.
I have hardcore country roots, though, for the record. I do.
She does.
I do.
He's hillbilly.
I am.
He's hillbilly, and she sings more hillbillyish when we're in a car. I mean, you don't hear that live and you don't hear that on a record, but boy, in the car, you hear that slang.
Here in the UK, the country music scene's just exploded.
I know it. It's amazing. We did last year was our first year of being judges for the International Singer-Songwriters Association because we won gold our first year there.
Down in Atlanta.
And we were blown away by that because some of the international finalists, the country music, I was like, this is awesome.
Yeah, you're surprised to hear that kind of style come out of that country.
Yeah.
And
but we were
one of my
impressed.
questions I was going to ask you about the ISSA awards because you've been recognised with that with critical acclaim along the likes of the Josie Music Award. What's it feel like to finally get good praise like that from music publications and associations?
Surreal.
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 Listen,
Still pinch,
listen. We live in a little community where, I mean, literally, there is nothing but fields around us, and we went to Nashville and took that walk down that strip where all those musicians are playing constant, and I mean,
they're
they're
working
some
hard.
fabulous,
Yeah, great
unbelievable
musicians.
musicians.
Here we are.
And the next day, we're standing in the circle of getting an award,
Almost passed out.
at the Grand Ole Opry.
Hilarious.
So yeah, it's surreal. Um, it it's put us into a position. It's like, be careful what you wish for, you might get it, kind of thing,
Yeah.
And God has laid it all out for us, and it's like, what are you going to do with it now? This is what you wanted.
Here's your gift.
I've been at this 56 years this June, and longer than she has, So here I am, I retired 4 years ago, and I've never been busier in my life, and everything's starting to blow up and go in a direction.
Our first trip to the ISSA was in 24, and lose track of time. But we're sitting there. We didn't expect to win anything. It was our first year. We didn't know anybody there, and they called our name for Song of the Year first. I screamed like I did out loud. And I couldn't believe it. And then to win a second time at the same award show.
Yeah.
For album, we were just blessed.
Yeah, there was an artist out of Australia that won 2 awards. So we were the only 2 groups that won 2 awards.
That's so cool. Back to your other music now called King of Glass. What can you tell me about this one, the King of Glass?
Similar vibe. So, I write some of my best work when I get angry or upset, I guess, or frustrated. But this one, I always say to people, I try not to be a judgy person. I don't throw stones because there's naked people in my glass house, is what I tell people. But this is kind of along that vibe. Don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. And the King of Glass was a certain person who I felt was the master at that. And
wasn't me.
And things, and things were kind of coming full circle, and that was becoming apparent to a lot of people, as in time it always does, So that's the King of Glass. There's a particular person who I dubbed the King of Glass.
And to this day, she's not told me who that person is, but I do know it's not me. Yeah, she came up with that song. We were actually down in the foyer.
Yeah.
In the living room. And I was sitting right across the keyboard. She started playing this little riff. And it's odd because, it was in the rehearsal over at Todd's, wasn't it?
Maybe. No, that was Horizon.
That's Horizon. Yeah. And then I just start laying down a riff to it, a melody. And everything just goes from there. I said it's all organic.
And Horizon as well, one of your lead singles, the opener on your album as well. Did you feel this was one of your standout tracks? It features powerful vocals and strong instrumentation.
It's an anthem song, really,
When's that thing going to focus?
I know, I might need to wipe off our camera.
There, you come back.
There we are. It's about empowerment, I think, individual empowerment, really getting through the tough times. There is light at the end of the tunnel. This is only temporary. So yeah, I love that song for that.
It's all temporary, we relish what we got going, If we lose it all tomorrow, we're fine,
Cup is full.
We've got a lot of stuff going on in our lives, so we're just blessed that this part is
grateful,
is pushing like it is.
Yeah, and life's too short to worry. Really, worry doesn't help anything.
That's the truth. That is the truth.
Better.
We have a friend that's very, very ill right now that we've brought closer to here, and we're helping take care of him. And he is a constant reminder for us these days that life is precious and it's not
life.
It's short. Yeah. So.
Agreed. And I like the art cover for Horizon as well. What inspired the kind of Neptune-esque background?
So I was trying to come up with concepts. I actually was working on a picture with both of us in it, and the first one came out like that, and he's like, no, it has to be that, that's great. And
She goes, but you're not in. I said, doesn't matter.
because I
You know,
think
they're not there to see the bass player, you know?
that rolling storm over an ocean or a big body of water with lightning and all, you can just kind of feel the environment by looking at that picture. I loved it. It embodied that song very well, I felt. So,
And that actual shot of her was taken in our Jeep, you know. We had the top down, the doors off, you know, and she just took a selfie and that hair was all flying everywhere. I said, we're going to use that
little
somewhere.
photoshopping, and I was proud of that one. I thought that came out pretty nice.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I think that's everything I wanted to ask for today's question. Anything else you may like to add, like to your listeners or
Well, we're on all the digital platforms.
yes.
Find us everywhere. Pay close attention. The Josie nomination should be coming out in May. Hoping that we show up in quite a few categories this year. I think this album will do well.
We got lucky this year down in Atlanta at the ISA. We get to play on the stage
And
with one
yes.
of 5 bands there, so we can't thank them enough
Yeah.
for allowing us to have the opportunity. It's great.
And we get to take our band with us, and we're super stoked about that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Great. Well, congratulations on your new album as well. And it seems you're living the dream, which is a great position to be in.
and everybody should go grab your dream and chase it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining me, Eleyet McConnell, on today's show.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for your time.